Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in with us. Welcome back to What the Podcast. I just realized my mic is missing a little nubbin right
bolt,
here.
Yeah. Well, that's just the show. That's just a show sometimes. Well, I don't know how long it's been gone, to be honest with you. Probably since we moved.
The nubbin?
Yeah.
I
Was that
know.
yours?
I would have noticed it last week
I
if
had
it was
last
gone.
week.
Oh.
I had that one last week. Yeah.
Who do you call for that sort of thing? Sure.
Amazon.
There's a nubbin guy.
You get it. I'm sure.
I know him.
I'm sure you can get them on Amazon, but you got to buy a 20-pack.
I'm sure you can.
Saying,
Yes, that is how it goes, man.
they're like,
That's
yeah, we
so
sell
annoying.
those, but they're in a 35-pack, and it's $100.
And then you throw 34 of them away next year,
Yes.
and then you need another one
Yeah.
the year after.
Yeah.
Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm John.
Together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch as always.
Oh, nope.
Not a couch.
Throw to the couch.
On the couch, Kara Tafoya, my wife.
I'm in a chair.
Thanks for joining us again this week.
You're welcome.
And this is a real treat. We got a big poll. Annie the Scoveman from Growing Pains with Annie is with us this week.
I have a
Transitioning
question.
over to her. Yep.
Why am I never a big pole?
Damn.
Well, because
you're an
Annie's
established member on the
Damn.
show.
Kara, you're an established member of the show.
Damn.
You're a part of the cast.
If I may, producer Kara Tafoya is always here.
If you looked up the IMDb of the show, you'd be a reoccurring character,
And
if
we,
not a part
we
of the
just know
cast.
that Annie's schedule's really busy, and we're glad to have her. So
We did the math of how many episodes I've been on last week.
it's in the hundreds.
Because what episode are we on? This is
This is
209.
episode.
You were on
Two-
episode 40.
9.
yeah. My
10, I
first
believe.
one.
209.
My first one
I'm
was
gonna check the records on
was 40. I've been on like 160 episodes
Yeah,
of the show.
yeah.
To be fair, the
170.
numbering on this show gets a little wonky. I think we skipped the number one time, but it doesn't matter. We've done it every week.
Well, because I think we counted live
209.
streams.
I edited the show. I know it's 209.
I did go back in the logs,
We're missing one or two. Yeah. Or wait.
but
what,
those
six?
are their live streams. Well,
live
actually,
streams. Some of them are live streams.
there is
'Cause we've
one-
done like 6 live streams in the existing.
there's
two
one
podcasts.
forbidden Halloween episode that never saw the light of day
Oh yeah, because we lost the audio.
because last year we lost the audio.
Yeah. We
It was
actually
a
streamed it on
live-
YouTube.
Yeah.
and didn't have any audio the whole time.
Didn't have any audio the whole time. It didn't matter because no one was
What?
watching
No
it.
one was watching, yeah.
And then we just buried it.
We buried it.
You never told us about this.
I know.
Yeah, well,
I
that's-
only
that's
found out-
part
What
of the
were we dressed as?
production crew.
We were dressed as I think just
Was it
regular old
Abe
Halloween
Lincoln?
guys. No, Abe
No,
Lincoln is
no,
definitely
no,
on
no.
Thank
on
God.
the logs.
Thank
It was a
God.
live stream. Can I just say, wasn't our best work? Okay,
That's good. We have a
No.
couple
It's not like
of
we were.
those.
It's not like the
No.
election episode. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that was maybe like Criterion Collection number 1.
you think so?
I think
Really?
really
I
hard
still,
hitting
I
stuff.
still think we should do
It's
an
up there.
election live stream like you planned this last year.
Isn't
Let's do
this
it
the
next
anniversary
election.
episode?
It's definitely up there. No, that's coming. That's our Friendsgiving episode this year. Actually, this is so inside baseball. But
Yeah.
Wait, really? I thought it was right before we got married.
No, it is. It is, but it pushes. We've been doing it for 4. This is our 4th anniversary.
this is going to be
So it-
year 4.
So it pushes. It put the days transfer based on the year.
I'd
so
say
it's not always
it's way
on
up
your
there.
anniversary.
You know, Criterion Collection being definitely our January 6th episode. That was huge.
Yeah, that
I
was
think in
crazy.
terms of
That was
history. That was before
wild.
Annie, though.
That was wild. I remember watching. that. Oof, thanks.
I mean, just really crazy stuff. When John got married,
Yeah.
when Kira and I got married, when
I still
let's
remember
see.
watching the episode from the security cameras, the old studio.
Episode
when
1.
You guys were recording.
Oh
on my
yeah.
honeymoon.
Oh yeah, that's
Wait,
creepy.
You were watching with security
Creepy as hell.
cameras?
Did you see everything
freak?
we did that week?
Oh,
Yikes.
God.
Yeah, I thought it was
Bury
really disgusting of you guys to do that on the couch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
well, as always. I want to jump right into some hard hitting stuff.
Hit it.
Yes. Vanity Fair every year chooses their sexiest man alive.
yes.
And John Krasinski, the director, the
That
producer director
Hey.
of
Their first choices were much better, but they denied it.
I just want to know like
Wait, who denied it?
I just want to know like was
didn't
Glenn
know this?
Powell dead? Like is he dead? Was he not? Where is
he denied it.
He denied
Did you
it?
guys not know this?
I'm sorry, can you deny it?
No.
Glenn Powell was number 1, and he denied.
Because he's hot.
What does
Wait,
that
so what
mean?
does
Guess
that
who
get
number
you?
2 was?
Okay, who?
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Of course, because
Can they-
those two are hot.
And they said no. Both
Okay,
of them
I'm sorry.
denied it.
I'm having a hard time understanding.
They said we
You
don't
can-
want that.
You can turn
That.
it down?
Yep.
Why would you not want to
That's
be the
lame.
sexiest man alive?
I don't know. So
It is
John
kind of
Krasinski
like
was
sexualizing
third.
you, literally.
That's lame.
Third.
Dude, Pedro Pascal. That's lame.
Director and
Anyone else?
producer of
Powell.
If this year. John Krasinski from
I feel like maybe
The Office fame.
maybe they
course.
like
Jack
maybe they were
Reacher.
busy and they're like, I'm not fitting in insane photo shoot and an insane interview into my schedule, no.
I feel like
Maybe.
that is the ultimate. Like, I would pretty much put everything on hold for that. If I was going to be in history as one of the sexiest men
They know
alive.
they're already sexy. They don't need the title.
Is John?
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
no.
that's it.
History has already marked them as one of the sexiest men alive.
That's how I feel. Glenn
About
Powell
you?
had a hell of a year.
Oh,
I
Glenn
think
No,
Powell.
that's
about
lame.
those men.
I think it's pretty lame to turn it down. I think it's kind of dumb.
You guys wouldn't turn it down?
No, I mean,
Yeah, I feel like I would do it. It's very vain. I mean, we're talking
Extreme.
Vanity Fair here.
That's
But-
true. It is.
but I just
But
feel
Photo
like,
there,
it's
vanity.
definitely
are you
like
too, is it like, are you trying to be too highbrow for it? Like, oh, I don't want to accept that. Like,
yeah,
I'm
like
not
I don't
interested.
need it.
I don't need
I get
it.
that.
Yeah. Come
Being like I
on.
don't need it.
Boo.
I don't want to
yeah,
be
those are the two. that I
Googled
turned it down.
after.
That kind of sucks for John though. Like he wins it on a third place year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like if I found out that somebody else declined, I'd decline. And then it would just go down the line.
I went down a rabbit hole of like who they were. They're kind of crazy picks. It's
Yeah.
I feel like it's like they get picked like years after they become.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
truly
I feel
sexy.
like maybe, like he should have
There's
already been.
there's a
picked.
waiting list, of course.
Oh, I feel like he already had his moment. Like his sexiness.
That's
is
what I
gone.
mean.
Like when he was height of Jack Ryan, yeah. Like maybe I could see him being sexiest man alive.
Jack Ryan.
But now,
What did I say? Jack Reacher.
Jack
didn't say
Reacher.
anything.
it might be Jack Reacher. I don't know what it
Doesn't matter.
is.
Yeah, you said Reacher. You said Reacher.
Jack
He's
something.
he's like a super spy fighting.
Yeah.
Good
when
show.
he was
I
in
watched
when
the first two
the
seasons
first
of it. It was
the
good.
first Quiet Place.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
peak.
Oh
Peak.
yeah.
What was that? A couple years ago now. Now
That
I
he's,
was like
never,
5
I never
years
saw
ago.
the day
he's
one
not the It Boy anymore.
version.
Wasn't good.
Okay.
Was not good.
Well, good thing I didn't waste my time.
Yeah. The interesting thing about those movies is like not seeing all the mayhem. And Quiet Place Day One was just mayhem for 2 hours.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No, you fell asleep because it was too quiet.
Disagree.
Yes.
That's not why I fell asleep.
I did
I was
think
going
that
through a
the
lot that
first
day.
one was probably one of the better movies I've seen in the last probably 5 years. It was like the fact that it was like dead silent the whole movie was
Mm-hmm.
pretty eerie. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I can appreciate
You
it.
didn't
for
like it?
No, I'm trying to
I
think
forgot who
of
I'm talking
it's
to.
a
I forgot who I'm
big it's a
talking
big
to.
statement like best movie in the past 5 years. I'd have
said
to
one
really
of the best.
dig deep. I'd say top 50 for sure.
Oh my god.
Last
in the past 5 years?
meaning COVID and on.
Yes. I think yes.
When did that
Come
movie
on.
come out? That movie came out in
think that was before
that,
COVID.
I
That was
That was
feel.
pre-COVID, yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Right on the edge of 5
You
years.
know what? We don't need to get into the weeds over it. We don't have to do that.
I think.
Keep it light, people.
Do you think that like Wicked or The New Gladiator is gonna hit like one of the like best movies?
Okay.
Oh, she's doing it.
She's brought it
doing
up, so
She
we have
brought
to
it
talk
up.
about it. Guys, this week,
Glicken.
big for moviegoers, for Stubbies. First
Huge
of all,
for Stubbies.
Huge stubby moment.
True.
Stubbies, if we can just take a minute to
yeah. Hold on.
A-lister.
Every time I do it in the theater. Every time.
Hey.
Nicole Kidman's my queen.
Big week for Stubbies. We've got a double feature coming out this week. Gladiator 2, The Return of Gladiator.
I need to watch the first one.
Yes, you do. We got to watch that this week to pregame. I've already seen it. but
I've already seen it, but I should probably watch it.
as a refresh.
Yeah, probably good.
I mean, we went there.
Talk
so.
about like Russell Crowe had an era. If you can believe it,
Yeah,
that
he
guy
He was
was the
sexiest
man.
When
He
did,
was the
when
sexiest
did the
man.
first one come out?
Like 1999,
Yeah,
2000.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Long
I'll look
time.
that up. I'll double check.
It took them a
Thank
long
you.
time to make a second one.
Yeah.
They needed a good cast, and they got it.
And they did it.
Yeah.
They did. And this is like supposedly a true sequel, like, 20 years later type of beat.
Wow.
Yeah. And then double feature with this movie we've been talking about, which is the Wicked movie.
It's this is what makes a double feature movie day. Is
Yeah.
just how far apart they
Yes.
are.
Yes.
Yes.
In just like genre, feel, type.
Let me tell you, so much better
Barbenheimer
than
was crazy.
what it was supposed to be.
Go
It
ahead.
was supposed to be Wicked and Moana. We're supposed to be.
Moana
Oh, boo.
It was supposed to be that the same day, and then
Pass.
literally
That's
a
too
month,
similar.
and then a month later, Wicked announced that they were coming out a week earlier.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's perfect
good.
timing.
Yeah.
So it's
So they knew what they were
Perfect.
doing.
Yeah.
They talked to Gladiator and they're like, hey,
They
They're
did
like,
another
we could do
Barbenheimer.
another
Hold on.
Barbenheimer.
do you think other people are doing the
yes.
Glad Dick.
Stop it. It
That's
would
what
not,
it's called.
No, it would be
Glad
Glad
Dicked.
Dicked.
It would be
Dicked.
Glad
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 Dicked.
Glicked.
Liquid.
Glicked too.
Lick it. That's
No,
Lick it's
you,
cool.
you got to just drop the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Glicked.
Liquid.
Everybody's talking about these movies, except for Annie, though. On the other hand,
Uh-oh.
Annie's
That is
not
not
excited for this
true.
movie.
Annie doesn't like movies.
Sometimes I'm just gonna put you on blast, Annie. Sometimes you catch me
things.
off guard with your opinions.
Good.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be freaking, part of the noise.
I drop
wanna
in.
stand
I
out.
drop in the group
through.
chat. Hey everybody, come through for the double feature. Didn't hear from Annie. I said, hey Annie, are you going to this double feature movie? She said, oh, I'm in for Gladiator. I am not going to be seeing Wicked.
Yeah.
Like, stop dead in my tracks. I'm like, oh, okay. Heard. She's like,
did
Truly
yeah,
thought it would be
yeah,
opposite.
no interest in
No.
seeing this movie.
Everybody else in our group chat was the opposite.
They're opposite.
They wanna
They're like,
see the
we're not
Wicked.
going to
They're like,
Gladiator.
we're gonna see Wicked.
I said, I'm going to see Hot Guys fight. I don't care about the Green Witch.
And
lady.
I came to your defense just before this recording
Yeah.
about I just felt like our friend group really dropped the ball on this whole thing.
I would say so.
Like no, everyone's like, no, I'm just gonna go to Wicked, or I'm just and Annie's the only one that said she wanted to go to Gladiator, not Wicked. But I'm like, really,
you're
guys,
welcome.
it's all or nothing.
I
It's
feel like
literally both
the
or
numbers
nothing.
now, and like you said, shame on us maybe for planning. I think in the middle of a work day. These people.
Boo.
First of all,
Take the day off. It's the week before Thanksgiving.
I'm like
Is it in the middle of a work day?
5:30. Well, it's a Thursday.
It's Thursday
It's a
at, like,
Thursday at
4.
5:30.
Yeah.
At 5:30. Let's not.
Everyone's off. Okay, if you're working
You know,
a 9 to 5,
mince
you're
oh,
off.
words.
it's 5:30. Oh, no excuse. Everyone
No
should
excuse.
Do that.
I feel. Get your ass to the movies.
Yep.
Nobody wants
Especially
to
Annie,
work
Annie,
nowadays.
you have zero excuse. Also, but
First of all, that is not true.
Yes, it
I
is.
don't want to see the movie.
She doesn't want to.
That's a great excuse.
it's not about seeing the movie.
No,
it's
it
about
is.
Thank
experiencing
you.
something
Thank you.
with your
I
pals.
said
No,
I
pass.
said I saw Annie a couple days ago. I said, Annie, it's about hanging out with me and being my friend. She's like, I'm with you right now.
Oh,
And I said,
she hit
okay.
with that,
You want to
huh?
hear something even greater?
Yeah, go ahead.
That I will use my stubby powers to go to.
Oh, go
But-
ahead.
Starting in December, they will be having sing-along versions of it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, see, and that's
So
what I'm saying.
even better.
Pass.
You know
I
why?
hate to break it to you.
hold on.
Thursday, it's gonna be a sing
It's gonna be a sing-along.
It's gonna be a sing along on
No,
Thursday.
no.
That's what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying, Kara. Those theater bitches that I know, they're singing.
No,
to
okay,
Define
see.
Gravity, no matter
Because the
what.
good-
Let's get to the root of the problem.
The good theater bitches,
Yeah, there
Yes.
you go.
we will lip sync it.
Kara,
will
but the
go.
ones that are going to the theater, they're not going to be the good
Kara's-
theater bitches.
See, I want to go
Annie
to the
said-
sing along because I feel like all the theater bitches are gonna go to the sing
Annie
along,
told
and there's gonna
me
be good harmonies.
Annie looked me dead in the eye and said, I don't like Wicked because when I was in high school, I was forced to watch the bootleg version of the Broadway show.
And she didn't even say the whole show. She said
Kind of
clips
feels
of it.
cool, doesn't
Clips
it?
of it. Sorry, clips of
no,
it.
I don't think I finished it. I think I watched a portion.
You
of it,
never
then-
went to Wicked, like you've never seen it live.
No.
You
Is
should
it one of
see
those
it live
things?
Oh
this
my
time.
Let's get
gosh.
into it. Is it one of those things that it's so popular that you don't like it?
No, it's not that because
what it
my
is. That's what
my
it is.
sister had us listen to the soundtrack before. It was like before I was really in theater. Like it was one of her
What was your favorite song?
hyperfixations.
What was your favorite
God.
song when you listened to
She
the
would
soundtrack?
force me to sing "Popular" with her.
Well, that's
So
why.
you made it okay.
Popular was one of the most.
It was
Annie.
it like gets
Most,
in.
like-
it
It's all
like
making sense.
It was the
It's-
most
it's
favorited
traumatizing
audition
for
song,
you.
too.
It's
Aaron, you didn't
traumatizing for you.
traumatize me with Wicked. I just don't like it.
Aaron,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay.
So-
Hey, I'm an airhead, okay?
Yeah, first of all, Airheads.
Airheads.
Aaron, who listens to this podcast, you did not traumatize me with Wicked. I
It's the
just don't
same
like
thing
it.
as Stubbies, but
So you and
Her
then
name's
but then
with
you
an E.
became a theater
Oh.
kid and you still
that's
Gang signs, okay.
Airheads,
It's not a gang sign, is
I
it?
went like this.
That is East Side.
Oh,
I did
okay.
this. I did this.
Those two, the three
E.
fingers. That's
East
is three fingers cool.
Silver Lake.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
All right, cool. Doesn't
Um,
matter.
So then you became a theater kid and still rejected it throughout.
Yeah. Oh God, it got worse.
I
That's
think
it tracks for her.
I think we
That's
should all
tough.
go.
It's tough.
and see it when it comes to
Uh-huh.
Pacific this year.
I
Oh.
love
So you can see it
that.
live.
No, that's what
I
Annie's saying is she
love
doesn't
I
want
made-
anything to do with
Last
Wicked.
time it came to town, I made Ryan go, and he cried.
Okay,
Okay.
hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on there, made me go.
Who wouldn't?
Made
who wouldn't?
me go.
And who wouldn't cry?
It was
Wicked?
fantastic.
Who
I've seen
wouldn't?
it on Broadway.
Fantastic.
I love that show.
That was the one when Emma almost peed her pants, remember?
Why?
I do remember that.
She literally
UTI?
No, she
UTI.
it was
Bad
during
bladder strength. Got it.
I don't remember what song it was during. I was like,
She's gotta work
she
on her
literally was
pelvic
like,
floor.
I have to pee.
Her urinary
so
tract is
bad, and it was
wrecked.
almost the final song. She's like, I have to pee. I'm
That's
gonna
what it
pee my
was. I
pants.
am
I'm gonna pee my
remembering
pants.
this.
And I was like,
Now-
it's almost over. You can't, because Emma hadn't seen it either.
Just want to
I
I
have a
said, you
reiterate.
different-
can't miss this part.
Just
This is
reiterating.
Defying
Willing
gravity, you can't miss it.
participant went to the
I have,
show
a,
willingly.
I have an interesting take on this whole Wicked thing.
Go ahead.
I fear that it's not going to live up to the hype.
That's what I'm
I-
saying. I think it's gonna be bad.
I fear it's not
Don't
going
switch
to be
sides.
good.
Don't switch sides. You don't like
as
it, and
everybody's
that's a
been talking
bench
about.
to sit on.
Okay, I would be willing to go to see the live.
Now
version.
we're talking. Oh,
I'd be willing to go see it,
The OG.
performed
That
live
cast
on a
live.
stage. No, not
No,
Broadway,
no.
but just like live. If
The-
it comes to
the
Pacific,
touring.
I'll go to it. The movie, all the clips
It's all
I've seen
breaking
of the
down.
movie,
It's breaking down.
I was like, yeah, no thanks.
When you get into the logic, when you start asking questions,
Yeah.
and it just
You
falls
start
apart.
poking,
It's
No,
like
I don't-
paper and water.
Listen, if it came to town and I was like, oh,
It is
I
coming
would
to town.
never,
It's
I-
going to be at the La Jolla
And we're
AMC.
gonna
Can you
go.
listen? Can you
We're
listen?
gonna go.
Thanks.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I would never initiate going and spending my money and buying that ticket. But if Kara's like, we really all want to go see it, I would go to go spend
we're
time
all
with
going to
friends.
see the movie.
But I don't care about the movie. That's
See,
where I'm
you
You
like,
don't care about the show.
Honestly,
I do it for Kara, but I don't care about the
But
movie.
Kara's seeing the movie. Do it for Kara.
I don't care about the movie enough to not go see it.
I know that
I
the
care about
movie's
Kara
going to be
enough.
so
I'd see it
good.
live. That's where I would bet.
I know the
for
movie's
Wicked
going to be great
in that
because all of the singing was live.
You know what's wild about
That's
that
how I know it's
logic?
gonna be
Really quick before
Yes,
we
thank
move on
you.
too much.
Thank you.
Is that you're arguably going to spend less money seeing the movie
Going to the
with your
movie.
friends than going to the live show.
That's right.
But something
with your
about the
friends.
live
Different.
show is different. Like
It's
it be
different.
having practical sets and stuff. I think the CGI too. It didn't look good to me. I
It
don't know.
is-
I just don't want to spend
I
my
wanna
money
let you know
or my time and see
It is practical sets. They built every single
Kara, that
set.
little magic train coming to town
It's-
is not a practical set. It's
Yes, it
CGI
It's a real
in the
train. It's a real
background.
train.
No, it's a real train.
I guarantee it's a real train, but they definitely put CGI in that movie. There's no way there's
You know
not.
what's happening here
Sorry.
is the moment.
We need to pause. Kara's camera gave up.
Oh, I gave
Stopped
up.
recording.
It gave
Just
up.
just a moment
now.
ago.
Go ahead.
Just now.
Uh-oh. You can hear me. You can't see me.
You formatted
I'm
these,
gonna.
right?
I'm gonna.
You
Yeah,
can
I
see
formatted
me
all of them.
now.
Yeah. It's going. I'll watch it.
Every single set they built from scratch. That train
Yeah.
is real. The shiz is real. The river in shiz is real. The boats.
Here's what
everything's real.
I think. I think the reason that it
I'm
could
not saying
not
it.
be bad is the same reason you guys are talking about. Is like, I do think like in a movie version, it might not have the same impact as what we've experienced Wicked as, which is
I feel that.
the
Well,
reenactment on stage.
Also,
with you.
the
And
acting,
that's the
the
scary part
acting
for
is
me.
going to be movie acting.
I do
Yeah.
Theater
also
acting is
I
different.
do also
Yeah.
fear the same thing because of now, and maybe this is the Stubby effect, but I've seen that trailer a handful of times.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen it up and down, and
It makes
I've
me
seen
wanna
makes
cry.
you
the
more
featurette.
excited?
Yes. It makes me
it
wanna
made
cry
me
every
more
time.
excited to a point. I think there was a tipping point, and then at some point, it's like, okay, no, I know.
See, yeah, for me, I'm like, I saw the trailer once. I was like, oh, and then
But here's
that's
what
because
I
I was
think-
like,
because
yeah,
we're
no.
stubbies.
Here's
Is it-
what I think it should have done from a marketing standpoint.
Yes.
Everybody knows Wicked. That you didn't need like a full trailer.
I don't know,
I
but
think,
go ahead.
I think there was one way back before they had a trailer where it was like just the hat, like the hat
Cool.
rolled on, and it was
Cool.
like the music,
Yeah.
and you knew, and I think like they should have kept it as that.
Yeah.
Because I think all these trailers, like you said, seeing it over and over again, I'm like starting to like already take it apart,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I think it's so crazy that they released the same exact trailer, but they chose the clip of her saying "you're green" in a different inflection. The very
Oh.
first trailer, she goes, "You're green." Like, hi. The newest trailer, she goes, "You're green," which
Yeah.
means they changed the editing later on watching
I
it.
thought for some reason there was a rule like if there was stuff like people got in trouble because they put stuff in the trailer that wasn't in the movie,
Yeah, there was. It was like someone got sued over false advertising.
which is
It was a scene.
I
in,
think bullshit. I
a
think
scene
you should
in
be
a
able
movie
to.
that ended up getting cut, but it had made it into the
I
trailer.
think it'll still be good, and I think what they're doing well actually is like I saw them release I can't remember who plays Glinda. She's a really well known actress.
You're talking about Ariana Grande,
No, sorry, she plays Alphaba. I'm sorry.
Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo.
They showed like the behind the scenes of her actually singing while flying
While
on the rigging.
it is
I was like,
insane.
that's
Yeah.
pretty baller.
It's
I was like, that's
literally
pretty
on
cool.
the broom.
Every single one of those interviews of the two of them
It's so
is
funny.
insufferable.
I love it.
Like,
I love
they
it.
all start crying.
I love it. It's
I
like
love it.
it's like an onion. It's like an onion. The layers.
I'm like, oh, stop.
Or
And have you
they're
seen the
crying
memes
because
of
they're
them?
so done.
They're
Here's
so
what I'm gonna
funny.
start doing.
They're so
for the next couple
funny.
days. I'm just gonna start playing the soundtrack in the house
Yeah.
when Annie's home.
Yeah, that's so
Okay,
good.
And then
But
see
then-
if it'll seep into her psyche.
I
And
think
you know Annie's
I think
gonna be
Define gravity
dancing.
has been in my mind for
it's gonna
weeks.
wake her up in a cold sweat. She's
Okay,
gonna be
but
like,
what about-
Aaron, are you
you here?
I'm sorry, don't hurt me.
shut
Okay,
up.
but you put on Dancing Through Life in any house, and you're gonna be like,
Trouble
like this the whole time.
I always try to teach my audition song a few years in a row.
Wow.
Great
See,
choice.
What I'm excited about
Define
this movie.
gravity.
Don't do that.
What I'm excited about
Don't
this
do
movie.
that. You were a
is-
theater kid. We were all theater kids.
I think that too.
You're
I have
not above
every
us.
warm up song before a show. we were all the girls would get into the girls' dressing room and they would all force everyone belt defying gravity.
Oh,
Oh,
That-
yeah.
as a
That's a
warm up.
different
As a
See,
warm-up,
that
sounds
is that's something you're holding on to.
That's a ruining your
Let
vocal
it go.
cords.
It's
It was
ready?
high school theater.
Maybe this will
Ball
be
your hand.
Dumb as
therapeutic.
shit.
Ball your
Maybe
hand.
maybe
Ball your
this will
hand
be
with me.
therapeutic.
I think
Just
the
ball
thing
it
is,
and then let it go.
Let's all
okay?
stand in a circle
I think the reality is I just don't
and
wanna
burn.
see the
We can
movie.
burn all your old scripts.
Make it happen.
Come over, sing it.
So
No,
this
no.
movie.
I fully. By the way, Eddie, fully came to terms with that. Just we have a platform, so I got to hash it out. Of course,
thanks.
I got to expose you.
Yeah.
Kara, what are you excited about? What you said?
They are incorporating a bunch of things from the book
Yeah.
in this movie.
Oh, like the long sex scenes.
which, oh my god, you got for one.
I've never read the
whole
book.
the whole thing. I read the
Oh,
book.
it's like really
horny.
sexy.
It's
Yeah, I
really
will
horny.
read
I
it.
saw the musical.
I got a copy for you.
I saw the musical when I was. It was 2008.
So were you 13?
How old was I?
12.
I was 12. It was my 12th birthday, and
Awesome.
saw it,
Remember
whatever.
Clear as day.
Then bought the book to read the book. I'm glad now that people are making videos of like parents do not give your kids this book.
So when you
It
said
is
that you've
so
never seen porn,
inappropriate.
let's be.
She's read it.
Oh,
She's read
I've
it.
read it.
Okay.
This was the first. This was the first like sexy book I ever read.
And
you never.
What
You
was your
wouldn't
first
think.
at 12 years
First
old? What
was
was
key
your
there.
what was your first impression of that? Like reading that.
A lot of detail.
Were you like, this is a lot, or
No, into it.
okay?
What, so basically, Wicked was a Wizard
Can we
of
get a
Oz
wicked
fanfic.
excerpt?
Yeah.
Was a Tumblr
post show?
fanfic
Yeah.
of Wizard of Oz.
It
that
truly was.
got-
No,
That's what it
fully
sounds like
was.
to me.
But I'm just glad they're bringing in more of like the backstory that you can't fit into a live
Nice.
show.
The
Not the sex scenes. Well, they have a little drink, my green-eyed beauty. Da, 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 da.
Listen, listen.
but
The backstory.
The insufferable theater kids in question
Yeah.
will be
Also,
there
something
on Thursday.
that Ryan and I talked
Insufferable.
about that you two probably don't know.
Oh.
The name
You guys.
Elphaba.
Oh, never mind.
The name Elphaba. Who wrote Wizard of Oz?
L. Frank Baum.
Listen.
Okay.
Who wrote Wizard of Oz?
L. Frank Baum.
The writer of Wicked wanted to give an homage to L. Frank Baum for stealing one of his characters. L. Frank Baum.
Elphaba.
LFB. Elphaba.
Kara, you're traumatizing Annie. Stop talking about
Annie
it.
can't handle
Isn't
it.
that
We have to move
crazy?
on.
That's a
Yeah,
cool
We have to
fun
move
fact.
on.
That's a
Crazy.
fun
He
fact.
was in an interview and he was like, I was playing around with it. I was like, Lfaba, and then he was like, and then I just said letter L, and it flowed. Elphaba.
Wow.
LFB. L.
He's
Frank
like,
Baum.
and now back to the sex scenes. Let me.
And
now that I've got
hold
the
on
character,
one
let me
second.
plug
now
that
let's
back
go
into
into
the.
grave detail.
He went into the find and replace section of his word.
and
He's
it's like the book
Sexy Greek
literally.
woman cut out.
It's
replaced
literally
with-
like the first chapter of this book,
That's crazy.
and I still have it.
Oh, okay. Do you have it in
Highlight-
French?
did you
Like
highlight-
you have the Alice and you
Well,
get it in French or
the
something?
other pages are kind of
Oui, oui.
destroyed.
Love,
Oui, mon ami.
By the way,
Elphaba.
watched your hour vlog. Great stuff.
Did
guys.
you?
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Loved it.
What'd you
Loved
watch?
it. The hour-long,
The hour-long Europe vlog.
Oh, nice.
I started it a while back, and then I was, kind of going through YouTube, and I came back up, and I was like, I'm going to finish it. Great stuff, by the way.
Thank you.
Food.
Lots
It
of
was
food.
Lots
it
of
was
food.
difficult to cut down. We had a lot of
Yeah.
footage, and it
Yeah.
still managed to be an hour long.
Awesome.
I think it
Annie?
ended up
So we're gonna
being
link
4
that
hours. or
below,
something.
guys.
You wanna
Hit
watch
the
that?
bio. Annie's seen
Annie's
it.
going to listen to it.
Annie
She'll
watched
listen to
She
it.
told me she watched it.
No, I
Some
no.
of it.
Yeah, I watched some of it. I didn't watch the
That's
whole
fine.
thing.
That's fine. The end's
But I also
great,
kind of
but
felt like I got a live cut. I felt like I saw it live. I don't need the movie.
True.
I
You
saw it
do-
live.
That's true.
She was there for a lot of it.
She was actually
I
in
saw the
it
stage
a little
version.
bit. You were on FaceTime a couple
Here's
times.
the
I
thing.
know.
Is-
I was there the whole trip.
And this is on me because Annie has told me up and down, left and right, how much she hates movies.
Yeah.
And I physically, like, something in my brain turns
Can't-
off when she
can't get
says
it.
it. Like,
Yeah.
I just block it out.
Which is so, but you're like, you'd spend more money to go see a stage version? Yeah, because I just
Yeah.
don't like
Well, no,
movies
you were
live.
She doesn't
making
like
the
going to movies.
argument
She doesn't like
of-
watching movies.
You were
I would-
making the
I would
argument as,
gladly
well,
spend
I'd
money
rather
to
go
go
with
see
my
a stage
friends
version
than go see a movie. And I'm like, well,
of
that is going with your
anything
friends.
else, but-
That's the argument.
It's the movie, and that's
Gosh.
on me for. But you, the problem is sometimes you come to me and you're like, yeah, we should go see that movie. Last week you were like, yeah, we should go see that one movie.
It is a little odd that
the
you're
Heretic.
scary
seeing Gladiator.
Heretic.
Because that's
The
interesting.
Scary Mormon movie.
It is crazy.
Because I heard it really interesting things about it.
Like when I talked to her on the phone,
Gladiator's history.
Annie, well-known hater of games and card
sexy
games.
people.
I call Annie. I'm like, hey, Annie, what's up? She's like, oh, I'm playing golf. I'm like, you're playing like the card game? She goes, yeah, what's
no,
up?
no, I said.
She's like, oh, hold
I
on.
said,
I'm dealing.
No,
I'm dealing.
No.
I'm like, you're playing a card game.
I tried to
it's
get you
10 o'clock in the morning.
To get you to believe that I was playing a round of golf on the field.
Yeah.
The
And
golf
I have been
field.
playing golf almost every
On the
morning
field?
nowadays.
No, I knew what you
course.
I was
meant.
on varsity golf, people. I
Yeah,
could
she
be
was.
playing a round
Yeah.
of golf 8,
Uh-huh.
10 a.m.
You did just call it
Well-known
golf field.
game hater.
I was already- I was on
into
varsity
group
for one day.
settings. We get into group settings, and somebody will bust out a game.
You
What
did
was
just say you were on the golf field.
golf
I was on
field.
in my
That's
defense, I was
crazy.
on varsity golf for only a day. So
So it was just the one field.
I was
He was on the
field.
foot. They practiced
Golf
on the football
is,
field.
I would say maybe one of the funnest card games I've been playing lately. What do you think?
That's a
I love
bold
golf.
statement.
I love golf.
By
See-
the way, we love that game.
Yeah. Love golf.
We love playing
Annie
golf.
and I have lifetime stats going on it.
That's what I heard.
Also-
is you guys have numbers.
You know what other game I
And
love? Egyptian Rat
Crushing
Slap.
her.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that game.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
This is
Annie,
I
you'd
can't-
love that game.
I
Oh,
can't
you love
keep
that
playing
game.
the freaking thing.
This is what I'm
That game
talking
is
about.
so fun.
Is I'm
What
just like,
else do you guys have in your brain besides games and movies? Come on.
what else is there?
And that's how I'm feeling. I don't think I can keep up with what you guys have got going on.
Concert.
That's what I'm saying. Name 3 things that you like to do.
Listen to podcasts.
Okay, that's fine. We can
Breathe.
work with that. See, that's where we start
That's where we start getting.
Go to coffee
Work.
shops.
getting.
Okay, drink coffee.
I made this. I
Listen
We
to
made
do.
this,
We
podcasts.
do all those things. We love those things.
I
Hang
made
out with
this
Arthur.
comparison a long time ago.
Sure.
And now I'm like doubling down on it with Annie because when she first said she's offended by it, I was like, "You are Brittany Broski. Like if you were an influencer, you're Brittany Broski." And she's like so offended by it. Initially, I'm like, "Why? She's hilarious. She's like one of the best content creators, I think." And Brittany Broski does this thing where she like rabbit holes on a subject and she learns about everything on the subject. That's what Annie
Got
does.
it.
That's what Annie does.
I accept that. I'm gonna accept it at face value. What John just presented to me, and nothing more.
She's so funny.
She's hilarious. The Broski Report, amazing.
Why don't you like her?
I like her.
Why don't you want to be like her?
There's a lot of layers to it, John.
She's hilarious.
There's a lot of layers to it. I would be if I was in her presence. I'd be
You
honored.
once made me watch like her whole feed.
Oh
on
my
TikTok.
gosh, her secret her secret
You were in the
Britney
living room. You're like, share.
TikTok.
You're like, put it on the TV.
Put it on the TV.
We went through the whole.
We're going through all of
feed.
it. It's
Crazy.
hilarious. No, it's so funny because it's like the one is so stupid, and the next one is her like dropping this like biblical wisdom of she's like, now what
Yes.
people don't think about is that in biblical times this actually meant this and this meant
Yes.
this, and if you're thinking about,
I love
and
it.
then the next one is her being like, this is what's inside my brain. Ah! Just like it's so
Yeah.
funny.
Well, I
rest my
know
case.
someone else that you like.
Go
God,
ahead.
who?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, she was just in town.
Big thing.
Oh.
Have you been seeing SNL lately?
Oh, that was huge.
Have you
That
been
was
seeing
huge.
the Domingo skit?
Oh,
Okay,
God.
yes.
So, a couple weeks ago, they did Domingo
Direct from Domingo.
to Espresso.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
This last week, they brought Domingo back
Yes.
for
I
a
saw
baby
that.
shower episode, and they used Hot to Go. Well, Sabrina Carpenter's concert, there's a moment where she arrests someone for being too hot in the
Okay.
audience. She chooses every time. She's like wearing a long skirt, whatever. She arrests them, and then she's like, "Oh, is it hot in here? You're so hot!" And they rip off her long skirt to be the short skirt.
Oh,
and she
dang.
gives them fuzzy pink handcuffs, like in her song.
Nice.
Well, LA Night
I
2.
don't know enough Sabrina Carpenter lore. For
She's
that.
looking for someone to arrest, and then suddenly on the mic, it's me, Domingo,
And he came in
was there,
character.
and he ended up being arrested by.
Can I
Sabrina
get
Carpenter.
a little more of Domingo from you?
Yeah.
Came this way, straight from Domingo.
Thank you. Okay, better.
He's like-
better. It's getting
and he
better.
did the whole,
more
like,
you do it.
Like Sabrina's my friend, but we will hook up though.
Yep.
And she like dropped her dress to that. It was-
Dang.
It was a moment, but you could tell he was having a really hard time staying in character.
Oh yeah,
He was like,
That guy's
Oh.
funny. Marcelo
he's
Hernandez.
so funny.
yeah.
This crop of SNL people is like really
I
starting
watched
to
a
be
whole
funny.
backstory of him because he started stand up when he was 18,
Nice.
and then
Oh, he looked young.
he went to like some festival called like funny story, funny something, where he got scouted and then got
Nice.
his SNL audition.
yeah.
Love it.
But
Yeah.
he's like, I don't think he does impressions well, but he does like new characters.
He does like
that funny.
kind of Dominican guy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I feel that there's a certain like headline you're allowed to post, and then like there's some words that you shouldn't put in a headline.
Go ahead.
Oh.
This is the headline from metro.co.uk. Thank you. Heartbroken Dolly Parton loses fourth sibling as brother dies, age 82.
How old is Dolly?
If you look
82,
at it
that's
really
sad.
fast,
Dolly, heartbroken
Dolly Parton dies 82.
Okay, well, I mean, you're just not reading.
I'm like,
all
it's
of
not
it.
at the top. Yeah, and I can't read, so I'm like,
She
I'm
just,
asking Kara,
she
what
just
figure it
came
out.
out. She came out with a cookbook with her sister, and they've been doing like a press tour for it. And her in full light, you can tell she has had so many facelifts,
So much work. So much work
so
done.
many facelifts that her mouth is like
Yeah.
pulled back.
It's crazy.
And don't you think, and internet, do not be trolling me. Do not think I'm saying anything ill will about Dolly Parton. If she got that much work done,
78.
it looks great on her. But I'm just like,
She's got a lot
I
of
don't
life
think
to
I've
live.
seen her outside of like,
She's only 70.
78. So pushing 80.
I was like, if she's only 70, too many facelifts.
but I think
78.
it's funny because her whole persona, like personality, to me, kind of gives off like humble
Grandma.
country. Yeah, you know,
Which she is. That
So
was-
why? You know,
But she
you,
got a lot
you
of
wouldn't,
money.
You wouldn't like if you met her without seeing her, which I think I know what I'm saying. It sounds crazy. You wouldn't think that she had a bunch of work done because she seems like a very down to earth.
Would you think she's like Martha Stewart?
But then you see her and you're like, she looks like a plastic Barbie.
do you
know?
think like a certain type of personality gets a lot of plastic surgery done? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, no, I'm just saying like she's so not Hollywood. Like
Yes.
in like the way what she does in her like personal like philanthropy and all that.
Sure.
But then at the same time, it's like you see her and you're like, oh, she looks like every Hollywood.
But
Well,
I think it is true that like the Dolly Parton that got all that work done like comes from this world of like Tennessee glam that's
Sure.
like a different.
When's the last time you
thing.
think she had a plastic surgery?
So
though?
she models her look off of the town whore that she grew up with. Like there's like
Is
a
that
girl.
true?
Yeah, no, she always saw her. There's a girl, like literally a prostitute in the town she grew up in that was always like dressed to the nines, you know, everything.
Wow.
And she always thought she looked so
Tennessee
beautiful. And she literally said in an interview, she's like, I've modeled my look after the town whore from when I
That's
was a
crazy.
kid.
I love that.
I think
And
I remember
then
hearing that in her
first-
Christmas
her
special
first big thing was she got on the Porter Wagner show as the pretty girl singer.
Yes.
Like that was her legit
And
title.
she was gorgeous.
Oh, still is.
Like young
Dolly
20s.
yeah,
Love.
she got work done when she was 77. Like last.
How old
year.
is she now?
She's
Yeah.
78.
78.
She's getting work done.
She's getting work
now.
done.
She's gonna start
Constant.
Ozempic actually pretty soon
Shut
here.
up. No, she's
No,
not.
she already got a
She's
tiny
got
waist.
a tiny little waist.
You
That's
know
the
what's
thing.
boobs.
You know what's crazy is I just read another headline article and it said that Sharon Osbourne has started taking Ozempic.
Ozempic? That
And
makes
she,
sense.
Small, though.
She looks like let me pull up a picture of her. She looks like a skeleton.
Sharon Osbourne,
was already small.
what's her daughter? Kelly Osbourne.
lost
Kelly,
a lot of weight.
And
A
I
long
think
time
the
ago,
son
though.
too did too. They
Yeah.
all lost a lot of weight.
They lost a lot of weight though when it was like
Oh, their show, The
Well, I mean,
Osbournes,
before
was
Ozempic.
so messy. Like it was unhinged and messy before Unhinged and Messy was really like
Yep.
everywhere,
That
and
show
I
was
loved
crazy.
them.
Is he dead yet?
No, he's
Ozzy?
not well though. He's
He's
last
never-
time he was seen in public, he looked like.
But he has never been well.
At 77 years old, should anyone be losing 42 pounds in 4 months?
No.
Where are you getting this info from?
This is from
No.
Women's Health Magazine.
Don't trust.
that's-
Ozzy's 75.
She started
In
using- this
rock
is
and
an
roll
interview.
years, that's like 100. All the drugs he did when he was younger, no way.
Only if you're being told by your doctor that your heart is going to give out if you don't lose weight.
Look, and it's
That's
still
the only time at that age that
never
you
know.
should be.
it's
losing
still
weight.
new. In the next 10 years, they'll develop it and it'll
They'll
be
be
a
like,
magic weight loss
"Ooh."
drug. No, I think it's
You think it's
they're
gonna come out later and it's gonna be bad for you? You're
it's
gonna die
killing people?
earlier?
Yeah, in the same way that diet pills turns out to just be speed, and everyone had heart
Yeah.
attacks and died.
Yeah.
Diet pills were all the rage for like 10 years before everyone was
Also,
like crap.
it's
people
literally
dying.
You
Ozempic
should
is
probably get
literally
off
meant
those.
for diabetic.
Probably start
people.
taking it.
Yeah, in the same way
It
though,
changes
that, like,
your body chemistry.
that Viagra was meant for like
Well,
heart patients.
yeah, that's true.
and
and
like
then the-
blood as like a like blood pressure medicine, and
you
then
could
they
not
found
tell
out
me.
it had that side effect, and they fully rebranded it.
Smart.
And that's why if you have an erection for too long with
You know, I
Viagra,
have heart
you have
problems.
to go to the hospital because it could be your heart could have like your blood pressure could be all messed up from it. And that's why you don't mess with drugs, kids.
Viagra, you mean?
Yeah,
Specifically.
that one. With that one.
Or
Don't mess
speed.
with that one. Have you seen those random pills at gas stations.
Go ahead. You're talking about boner pills.
No, there's like
What?
all sorts of pills at gas stations, like random, your like workout ones, like pre-workout pills
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
At gas stations?
At gas station pills, Kara. Let me turn you on to this.
You know, you've seen them, Kara.
I know
gas
CVS
station pills.
gas
pills.
station pills.
They've always got like pictures of rhinos on them.
yes.
What?
Which,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
Kara.
Honey, you've seen them.
You've seen them.
Ryan has a bunch of them on his side of the bed.
Yeah, if you go into Ryan's nightstand,
Nightstand
Maybe
is-
Kara,
those
it's
are all
basically
maybe that's all
7-Eleven
the
in there.
medicines I threw
How would I
away.
have spent? I spent $700 at 7-Eleven last year. Come on.
And not just on
Oh,
Slurpees.
yeah, look,
And
Rhino.
he's swallowed him down with a Slurpee.
It's basically.
you know when he comes in with the big
$45 for two pills?
He comes with a
Yeah,
60-ounce
sure.
big gulp. You
They
remember all
better
those
work.
times?
like, oh, you're getting lottery tickets again. That's weird.
He always asks for lottery
Anything
tickets.
else?
Uh-huh.
It's like all that kind of stuff you don't see at the.
No.
It's
Oh.
hey, we'll go into a 7-Eleven tomorrow.
We'll show you.
In a
Would you guys
7-Eleven
ever
or a
take
gas
how much
station?
money in order to
Both.
take one of those?
I guess I'd try anything once.
You could kill yourself though.
You could.
You never know.
You don't know
one of
what's in
those?
the.
If it's
Actually,
a brand new pill you've
more-
never taken,
more than likely,
you never know.
if they're selling it at a gas station, it's probably
Okay.
like herbal.
I love that.
It's probably
You grab
nothing.
it. We go to the parking lot of a hospital, take it in case something goes wrong.
Oh yeah, sure.
Then we'll be fine.
Or
That
we'll
means I have
bring
to
in
pay our
like an
insurance
EMT,
premium.
like to be on call.
Oh, it's right. It's right.
Yeah.
It's right. How much is that again?
Cheap.
Cheap. Okay.
If you're a doctor,
you're a doctor.
if you're trying to get some like service hours in, if you
Yeah.
want to do some charity work,
If you're like an
Charity
like
work.
a PA in PA school or something, like
PA
let us know.
school. Yeah.
Yes, the school.
really quickly before we end this show, I want to talk about the Paul Tyson fight.
Right.
Just very briefly, because it.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, let's chat about
We've
it.
been seeing it a lot
Yes.
everywhere, but they, obviously Jake Paul won, which I honestly don't know what side I was on going in, like on who I thought was going to win. I knew
He
who I wanted to
won.
win.
I
He
don't
won.
think anyone Kara has this wild theory.
Uh-oh.
There's so many holes in it. It's
More
so good.
more things are coming out.
What's the
the
theory?
fact that it was a little bit staged.
There was
Oh,
a
yeah.
script
Kara
that
said
was leaked.
the script leaked.
Well, everyone writes a script.
Yeah,
But it was for each
Afterwards.
round. It was literally saying what happened.
and it came out after the fight, so it's a little.
Little
But also now they're coming out with like people who filmed it in different angles and during certain rounds. If Tyson threw too big of a punch, there was literally someone in the back being like,
Really?
bring it down.
I saw some. I saw
that stuff's
two
kind of
things.
circumstantial, but
I saw one that the contract said if Tyson had knocked Jake Paul out, he would lose money.
Yes. If he made
So
it
he was
past 4
holding back.
rounds,
Yeah.
Jake Paul owed him $5 million, which he did.
Yeah.
So now Jake Paul
But
owes
I
him $5
imagine,
million.
I mean, they want to make money, so they want to make sure that it's X amount of rounds.
Because also I saw
Of
some
course.
of Mike's training videos. I'm like, he looked like lights out in his training. Like, and I know it's training and it's staged, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a little bit different. But he was like, in his training videos, he had a lot more mobility than he seemed to show
That's
in the fight.
why-
Because the fight was like, he was like rigid.
And,
That's
like-
why I believe it's staged.
Maybe I might believe it too.
I think the only thing that's important about this night was that Netflix let Mike Tyson's bare ass
Oh yeah.
So good.
live
It's so
stream.
So good.
Yeah. So what was he
And
wearing?
the girl
Like
who got
assless
her
chaps?
eyelid.
What was that
The
about?
girl who
was
got
a
her eyelid
padding-
freaking ripped off.
Yeah.
You see
Oh,
that?
no.
You know,
Yeah.
she
It was
busted
the
up
two.
her
It
eyebrow,
was
and it was like
Serrano and
Mm-hmm.
the other girl, and Serrano fully. It cut her eyelid, and it was like flapped down.
yeah.
Oh,
The
yikes.
pictures of
I
her
didn't see
heading to
that.
the hospital afterwards are
I
like
tuned
it's
in-
just
Crazy.
crazy.
I tuned in just in time to watch the main event, but I mean,
Did it work on your TV?
Yeah, worked fine on mine. I had
There was
heard some other
outages.
people were
There
having
was a
trouble.
lot. There was
Watched the whole thing.
there was an
It's kinda
SNL
lame.
thing about it.
lame.
It was a
That's
lot
funny.
of
But
stuff.
I mean, I think I'm a little sad that Tyson agreed to the fight.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah.
because I'm like, no matter how it
Jake Paul
shook
does
out,
not need any.
like Jake Paul wins. You know what I'm saying? Like in every scenario, I think.
Who's the other
But-
big wrestler guy?
You mean fighter
Yeah,
Who?
fighter. Who's the other like big one?
right now? I mean,
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
It was McGregor. Literally the next day, he tweeted calling out Conor McGregor.
Oh gosh,
I think.
I don't know. I think it's dumb.
I think Jake Paul sucks.
He would die with
I think-
Conor McGregor, by the way.
Is it? It's Jake, right? It's not Logan
Yeah,
Paul.
no, it's-
I think Jake Paul suck. I think both of them suck.
They both suck.
Like
Well,
prolifically.
and then Mike's like, oh, they were like, oh, who do you want to fight next to Mike in the ring? Post, and Mike's like, oh, maybe I'll fight your brother, haha. And Logan's like, oh, I'd kill you, Mike. And I'm like, really, dude?
I think it's weird. Like we're talking about Mike Tyson here. This
We're also talking
this is
about-
one of the greats. Like there was a point, and now that's what's sad about it is he's old.
Yeah.
and it kind of showed at the fight.
Sure.
That was like everyone's videos were like, just like let him be the greatest of all time.
That's
you're
what I'm
not
saying.
like you're not fighting the young in his prime. You're fighting like a
Old.
literal grandfather.
Dude.
My thing is like, why? I understand that to some degree it was like a big payday. He made $20 million. I'm like, that doesn't seem like it would
Worth
be a
it.
lot for Mike Tyson. But,
But I mean, he was kind of a case of like he
Lost all
had
his
a lot of
money,
money and
yeah.
spent all his money.
was there a
and-
movie that ever came out about? They were making one.
about Mike Tyson?
Jamie Foxx was working on one.
I didn't know his story.
Jamie Foxx is, or no, not Will Smith is Muhammad Ali.
He fully was like convict. He was in prison. He got the prison guard pregnant.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
What?
All right,
There's
all
a
right.
whole backstory.
I know what Annie's doing tonight. She's googling this whole
Listen.
Going to
storyline.
I'm
prison.
marrying a prisoner, and that's a
Whoa.
fact.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know how to take that.
Tiger King.
Muhammad Ali would like famously knock guys out in the first round and have to pay a bunch of fees because he'd break contract. But he's like, I don't care. I'm the greatest.
Yep.
Like,
Oh,
what's
so
up?
awesome.
I'll fight
He had a
anybody.
tiger. He had a couple
Yeah.
tigers at one
Awesome.
point. So
Oh, Mike Tyson had a tiger that he bought from
That's what I was talking
Joe
about.
Exotic.
Oh, I was talking about Muhammad Ali.
Oh, Mike Tyson had a couple
Yeah.
tigers.
Yes.
But also, Jamie Foxx has this really interesting story about him. He was kind of falling around in that the height of his career, and it was right after like he was being accused of, I think, sexual assault by
Yeah.
a few women, and he was like, he got to this point where he was like, I don't want anyone to be around me. And Jamie Foxx is like, why don't you have some people or have a party? He's like, no. He's like, they're all gonna try and take
That's
my
why
money.
he went to prison.
He's like, I can't.
Was
like,
for sexual
I
assault.
can't do any of that. And so like, and Jamie Foxx was like, it was weird seeing this like.
And then he knocked up the prison guard. That's crazy.
Wait, how old was he when he went to prison?
He was like 20. He was like young.
He didn't go
young.
for very long.
Okay,
he was like, let's have sex.
he's a bad person.
And then afterwards he said, sorry.
Stop it.
It was sad
That's how he
because
talks.
in
Kara.
some of the pre-interviews, he clearly was like, I think he didn't take the fight for the money. I think he took the fight to try and prove to some people that he still had it, because he was like, I want my kids to see that I'm still like a legend. And it was like, oh, dude, like this is sad.
Yeah.
Like just do something.
It would have
else.
been way cooler to have been like, yeah, screw you. Like, I'm the GOAT. Like, you can.
I
can
wish
touch
you
me.
would have knocked
Yeah.
Jake out. That would have been awesome.
Because who likes Jake? No one.
Nobody. But
that's
that
why
is
everyone
kind
watched
of
it. Is
the
they
thing,
wanted to see Jake get
is
knocked,
like,
like
let's-
get his ass kicked.
Which I mean, honestly, he kind of
Maybe
kinda
you.
did.
I wonder if he would have made more money if he took the fall and like got knocked out.
I don't know.
You know what would have been more interesting?
I don't know.
Elon should really work on this. He should work on just like recreating fighters in their heyday, like those those Tesla robots that just came out.
Sure,
the,
yeah.
the ones that'll do stuff around the house.
Yeah.
they need to build like robots that can box
cost.
like
Smart house.
Mike
Yeah,
Tyson
exactly.
could box
Thank you,
back in
Kara.
the day. Like down
Smart
to
house.
the
Did we
power of
not
the
learn?
palm.
That's a great idea. Have we never seen iRobot? Apparently, this is what happens when you don't watch movies: is you don't understand how the world is gonna be. All right, you ever seen iRobot?
I've seen iRobot. I remember
Yeah.
it was.
Do you remember
it was,
when Will Smith and those robots get smart and then
Yeah.
they can
Oh,
punch
you're
and
not
kick
talking
and
about
stuff?
the new AI one?
No, I'm talking about this movie came out
Afraid.
20 years ago.
Afraid.
Afraid? Which
was
one's
so good.
Oh, is that when
Afraid
Smart
and
House?
then it was
When the
AI.
Smart House comes
Scary
out.
Smart House.
No, iRobot was like, oh yeah, robots are hanging out.
Never
They're
saw
like,
it.
they're working for you. You can buy them and they cook and clean. And
Yeah.
then the robots get smart.
They're like legit,
And they're like,
they're like $20,000. So we'll never see.
I'll just
one,
watch
but-
what's it called Iron Giant. I love Iron
do you
Giant.
think we've got an Iron Giant somewhere?
I love Iron Giant. I love that movie.
What the hell are you guys are talking about?
You haven't seen Iron
You don't-
Giant?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Are you
I've seen it.
serious?
If I have,
That's
I don't
crazy.
remember it.
It's
It's
it's an old
big.
cartoon.
It's in the same realm of to me as
Cats Don't Dance. Like kind of early
yeah, it's
The Brave
like
Little Toaster.
90s.
Treasure Planet.
90s DreamWorks.
Treasure
it,
Planet
got
kind
it.
of vibes.
I watched
you must
that
have seen
movie
it.
I've seen it.
For
so
sure.
many
It's
times.
kind of a
as
deep
kid.
cut.
It's
There's
so
like-
that's like one of those like Land Before Time where it's like good
Land
but
Before
sad,
Time.
and I'm not for
so
that.
What's the one?
sad.
I'm not down for sad.
Cats Don't Dance.
What's
You
the
know?
movie we just saw about the robot that gets dropped on an island and takes care of
You're talking about
Wild
iRobot.
robot.
We're
Wild
talking
Will
about
Smith.
Robot.
Will Smith
Wild.
shoots them and they
Wild
fight.
robot.
They can punch and kick and stuff. We want to thank our Patreon supporters.
Annie's done. She's quitting. Annie set her mic down.
Guys,
She's
for
done.
$4 a month, you can send Annie to the movies.
Hey.
If we get a new Patreon supporter this month, Annie's going to go to the movies with us.
Yes, she is.
That's
She'll
right.
become a
She's going to
stubby.
Wicked.
I will see.
That is her commitment.
Gladiator 2.
For just $4, Annie will go to a movie. So head to the bio. All right, head on down. Get supporting. All right, Thanksgiving. It's a month of giving thanks. It's also a month of giving to us,
It is. Yeah.
supporting us financially.
Too, yeah.
This show's coming up on 4 years of shenanigans. Can you believe
Wow,
that?
that's crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe it.
really puts it all in perspective for
209
you.
episodes. Yeah.
It's almost as long as if you like going to high school or going to college. I mean, we didn't go to college.
We
for
didn't go
4
to
years.
college. Well, you
But
did. You went to college.
No, we
collectively,
didn't.
we
Not
went
for
to
4
college
years.
for 4 years.
Yeah, true. Yeah, together we did. for
Annie, you went to college, right?
I have a bachelor's degree.
No
sure.
kidding.
Oh.
Me and Annie are bachelors.
Or bachelor's.
No kidding.
And I have a BS.
Oh, no, we know.
The genuine reaction of, oh.
Okay, end it.
All right. Well, that's about enough
smart.
for this week. If you made it to the end,
Smart.
we love you. We appreciate you.
Don't lie to them.
You got
like
any
that.
final thoughts over there for you?
No.
Hey, killing on your callback tonight.
Thanks.
We
Yeah,
love you.
got it. You're
Love
gonna
you.
do
You're
great.
gonna do great.
Gonna do great. Oh. I hate this.
Yeah.
I just want to say the more you do it,
Yep.
the longer I want to make the show. Okay, thank you. On the couch, as always, Kara Tavoya, Andy the Scope Scopeman. I'm Ryan.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on What the Podcast.
But the podcast.
You're really not.
It brings the whole room down.
Yeah, the whole
It's bad
room is
energy.
down.
Annie, you didn't say it right. It's with the podcast.
Ass.
Have you loaded that up yet?
No, I haven't. I think I pulled the clip actually.
That's so good too. Podcast ass.
Some of these fell off. I don't know what that's about.
They're jumping ship.
They're